very sociable.
Smile.
They smile a lot. What else?
Sleep hygiene.
Happy people have good sleep hygiene. Very good. What else? Come on.
Safe.
Happy people practice safety. Safe, yeah, safe. What else?
Sincere.
Happy people are sincere. Beautiful. Sincere is very crucial. Because the minute you're not sincere, guess what? You start to lose friends. You might even, a lot of people fake sincerity, but it shows up. It shows up. Because people are smart these days, you know. Happy people are sincere. Happy people are soft-spoken. They sing. They're stable mood, right? Sleep hygiene. There's so many more. Okay, but did you notice how knowing that acronym can bring back so many of those? So what I want you to start doing is every night before you go to bed, I want you to go through this acronym and sort of like play it in your head and see which ones you practice today, okay? And see which ones you need to practice tomorrow. And once you start doing that for about a week, 2 weeks, it'll become a habit and you'll sleep so much better, okay? So moving right along, let me go to how can we remember these habits? So these are all the habits. In fact, I'm going to add a couple more. One is I'm going to put aware, and then you said neat and organized, neat and organized. That's going to go here, okay? So thank you. All right, so next. Now most people are unhappy because they have problems which cause them stress. What's the opposite of happiness? Suffering, stress, suffering,
Sad.
depression, what else?
Sadness.
Sadness. And why do all these things come?
Well, people cause their own problems.
Mishandling of the situation.
Some of it is a choice.
Right. They make wrong choices. But mishandling of, mishandling of situation. Okay. But see, there are two ways to learn. One is the best way to learn is to teach. And another best way to learn is to make mistakes. See, we're afraid to make mistakes. But to me, mistakes are your best teachers. Right? If you can turn the best part about mistake is that if you don't make the same mistake twice, you will get smarter every time. Right? So all you gotta do is not make the same mistake twice, and you will generate happiness. But most people are unhappy because they have problems. So today we're going to talk about how to turn your problems into a gift. So if you can somehow turn our problems into a gift, then can we reduce stress? Right? We can, right? If you can turn your problems into a gift, the stress is less, right? So how do you turn your problems into a gift? We do it all the time. People do it all the time. We're genetically predisposed to turn our problems into a gift. And I'll give you an example. That's why we have air conditioning, because people got tired of being hot. That's why we have cars, because people got tired of horse and buggy. And that's why we have airplanes, because we got tired of going from one country to the other by foot or by steamships, right? So we turn our problems into a gift all the time. Okay? But if you can consciously turn your problems into a gift, what happens then?
You feel like you have more control over it.
Yeah, you have more control. You have less stress. Because think about it, if I have a problem, it's going to cause me stress. But the minute I realize, oh, I got this, I can manage this, what happens to that stress? It goes down. Okay? So let's look at how we turn our problems into a gift. Okay, so how can we turn our problems into a gift? Has anyone turned their problems into a gift?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, what was the principle you used?
Well, I was looking for another place to live,
Uh-huh.
and I found a place I liked, and I told the real estate agent, and he said he would get in touch with the other agent. He never got back to me. So I thought, well, there are some questionable things. It's a condominium. There were some questionable things going on with the condominium association, and I thought maybe I need to look at this a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And maybe he's doing me a favor.
Right.
And keep looking.
Okay. Well, good. Yeah, exactly. So if you could consciously turn your problems into a gift, yeah, let's close that door. I don't know if it's being used for air or. We're going to close the door for a little bit. If you feel uncomfortable, let us know. We'll open it again. Okay. All right. So if you can consciously turn your problems into a gift, if you have that tool, you will have less stress. Okay. So for instance, you know how when you're suffering from an illness, like let's say you have some illness, and you recover from the illness, and now you're very health conscious. You make sure, like for instance, I injured my knee at the age of 40, and the injury was so bad that the doctor looked at it through MRI, and he says, you know what, you're going to need a knee replacement. And I got a knee replacement. And it was devastating for a 40-year-old guy to have a knee replacement, right? Because you're not supposed to get a knee replaced till you're 65, 70. But how did I turn it into a gift? It was very stressful, but now it's a gift because of this knee replacement, I'm able to preserve this knee because I behave now. I know what my limitations are. I take glucosamine, I take fish oil, and I tell everybody else, take fish oil because it's good for your joints. Because of this knee, now all my other joints are better, right? So I turned it into a gift. Now there's a formula that I use. So problem to gift. How can we remember to turn our problems into a gift in time of crisis? Okay. So what you do is, let's say you have a problem and you know that you're going to make it into a gift eventually. If you know that all your problems are going to become a gift eventually, right? So then you start being grateful. You say, you know what? I'm glad that it happened because now I'll be able to turn the situation around. So as soon as you have a problem, if you start being grateful, what happens to your stress level? Goes down. Because you cannot be grateful and be stressed at the same time. You cannot be grateful and say, thank God, and be like, oh, I hate this. See, it's two totally opposite situations. So the first thing you want to do is be grateful because, like you said, maybe there's a good thing that's going to happen. Maybe something good is going to happen because I'm not seeing this. And so when you look closely, sure enough, you know. So if you start being grateful, it'll cut down on the cortisol. And also look for good in the situation. What's good in the situation? You know, if you have an accident, what's good in the situation? Maybe you're still alive, you know, the car is not totally broken, or you needed a new car anyways. When you start looking at the opposite side, that stress goes down a little bit. Okay? And that's the whole thing. Stress will kill you faster than the problem, right? We know that, right? Stress will kill you faster than cigarettes. Stress will kill you faster than any other problem. Okay. So second is improvements. What improvements can I make? I made a mistake. Sure, I made a mistake. I messed up my knee. I was playing tennis. So what can I improve now? You know, maybe stop being so jumpy, calm down a little bit, and also staying in the moment. You want to stay in the moment. A lot of times when you're stressed, you cannot concentrate on the present, right? When you're stressed about something, that's all you can think about. You can't focus on what's going on. So what happens is, because you can't focus on the moment, you make more mistakes. You run red lights, right? You tick off more people. Has that ever happened to you? You're stressed about something, and now you're ticking off your friends and making more enemies because you're not in the moment. You're not present. You're cutting off people. You're doing things. You're on the phone while you should be driving because you're stressed. Okay, so staying in the moment, and facts. Get all the facts. Like when my knee thing happened, I got all the facts. What causes knee injury? What is it that the replacement does? I got all the facts. I became smarter. You know. Now I have as much knowledge as probably a pre-med student about my knee, you know, and also find others with the same problem. So I talk to other people who had knee injuries. What are they doing? How are they handling it? And also, I started helping other people. And finally, the T stands for time heals. You know, when you give it enough time, now I play pickleball, I can jog. In fact, I play pickleball right here. So time heals. So if you use this formula, gift, you can solve a lot of problems and you will have less cortisol. So I'm going to go back and look at the word gift, G-I-F-T, and see if you can remember some of these. Because again, my goal is to make sure that you make it a lifestyle rather than just taking notes, right? Because if you make it a lifestyle, you'll remember it often. So let's look at gift and see if you can recover some of the acronym words. Okay, so what does G stand for in gift?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful to God. Be grateful to whoever you believe in. Nature. And also, what else does G stand for? Find what is good in it. You know, every cloud is a silver lining. Find the silver lining, right? What about I?
I was wondering if it's get out of what you received.
No, gift is basically a formula to turn your problems into a gift. When you have a problem, instead of criticizing and complaining and crying and being stressed, I want you to use this acronym called GIFT and see how you can turn that problem into a gift. Okay? So what does I stand for in gift?
In the moment.
Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. What else? Improve because you got into this predicament because you need to make some improvements. So knowing that notion, okay, what can I improve? What can I fix so that doesn't happen again? Your goal should be to not make the same mistake twice, right? If you don't make the same mistake twice, you're going to come out ahead every time. Okay?
Initiative.
Take initiative. Improve. Okay? Stay in the moment. What about F? Facts. Get the facts. Get the facts. You'll be surprised. Facts will set you free, right? If you get all the facts, facts will set you free because you have the knowledge. And also, what else with F? Find other people who have the same problem. Because most of the time, your problem is not unique. Somebody else has had that problem, right? Find other people who have the same problem, and find other people who you can help. Because by helping others, you make alliances, and your improvement becomes solid. And what about T?
Time heals.
Time heals. Time heals. Okay, so this concludes our class. Thank you for coming.
Thank
Most
you.
of you signed up. If you could please fill out this evaluation so that the people know that it's what we can improve. Again, I want to improve as much. So I really appreciate you coming. But every month we're going to have this class, and every month we're going to talk about different topics. Like next month we'll talk about a topic called how to have a purpose in life. Sorry. It's okay. Here you go, ma'am. If you could fill this out, please. Thank you. And also. Yes, sir. Oh, no pen? Okay, I'll get you a pen. Come on in. I'll get you a pen. Okay. Oh, you need a pen too?
Yes.
All right. Let me get you a pen. Here's a couple pencils. Pencil.